All right, let's do a Bible study, and we're going to talk about a scientist that believes that the UFO phenomenon are really demons. And I'm going to give you my opinion on that. I believe there might be some validity to that. But there's a lot of people that are even into the occult, and they will talk about Ezekiel 10 in a very respectful manner. They actually will say, yeah, I believe in Ezekiel 10. And some say that Ezekiel 10, here's Ezekiel, talks about a UFO. And I'll let you guys make up your own opinion on this. But then I'm going to talk to you about a scientist, and he was totally skeptical about what UFOs were, flying saucers and stuff, and what happened to him, a phenomenal story. Notice Ezekiel 10, it says, "Then I looked, and behold, in the firmament that was above the head of the cherubims, there appeared over them as if it were a sapphire stone, as the appearance of the likeness of a throne." Now, a cherubim, for those of you that have never read the Bible, these are angelic beings. But what happens is, as Ezekiel's seeing this, he says, "As for the wheels, it was cried unto them in my hearing, O wheel, and every one had four faces." So these cherubim have these, I guess to us it'd be like freakish looking faces, as four faces. The first face was the face of a cherub, the second face was the face of a man, the third the face of a lion, and the fourth the face of an eagle. And the cherubims were lifted up. Now check this out. Let's put some light on the subject here. "And when the cherubims went, the wheels went by them. And when the cherubims lifted up their wings to mount up from the earth, the same wheels also turned not from beside them. When they stood, these stood, and when they were lifted up, these lifted up themselves. Also, for the spirit of the living creature was within them. Then the glory of the Lord departed from off the threshold of the house, and stood over the cherubims. And the cherubims lifted up their wings and mounted up from the earth in my sight. When they went out, the wheels also were beside them, and every one stood at the door of the east gate of the Lord's house." And you could read this, Ezekiel 10. It goes on and on. And also John in Revelation talks about these cherubim. Now, you're going to see two pop-ups at the end of this video. I'm going to talk about Multi-Archangel and Nephilim Freeze channel, where they talk about the Nephilim. Also, go to this channel here, because I'm going to give you fascinating information about a scientist that heard demons' voices. Go to shakanow.net right there. You'll see it pop up. And when you get here, click Entire Bible on Audio. And when you do that, it's going to take you here and listen to Ezekiel 1:5. Ezekiel 1:5. You could stream it, or you could download it for free in MP3. I suggest everyone go to shakanow.net, get the entire Bible on audio for free. There was a scientist by the name of Lambert Dolphin, and he was asked to speak at one of these, flying saucer conventions. So what he was a skeptic, and so he prepared a paper on like these flying saucer crafts and stuff. And he thought his plan was that he was going to get all this information together and go to the convention, and he was asked to speak and debunk this, UFO mythology, or so he thought. Guys, he approached this from a purely skeptical scientific standpoint. He's at a Stanford University, if memory serves me correctly. He's in astrophysics, a brilliant man, a genius. This was no little small convention. There was about 3,000 people at the convention, and he, when he saw these people, he was shocked to find that these folks were, they weren't all whacked out. There were other scientists there, professors, cops, police officers, teachers, stay-at-home moms. And so basically when the convention started, one of the speakers asked everyone in the room, raise your hand if you've ever seen flying saucers. And about 2/3 of the people raised their hand. And at about this point, this very skeptical scientist was like, uh-oh, this is a problem. Because it was a lot different than what he had thought. When you see all these people, you're thinking, they can't all be lying. Then they asked about how many of you have been taken aboard one of these crafts, and about 1/3 raised their hand. So again, this scientist starts to get a little bit concerned, right? Now get this, guys. When he stood up to talk to the crowd, he started to hear like this screaming noise, like a hollering noise. So he was wondering where it was coming from, and he's like looking across the crowd to see where the crowd's going to look, so he can, like, call security and have whoever's making these screaming noises to be removed. But when he's looking in the crowd, he noticed nobody else is hearing it, and it really shook him. And his opinion was that it was demonic. He believes that this is demonic. And it's interesting that he came away with his scientific opinion that the whole thing was demonic. It shook him up so much, you guys, that he wasn't able to even get up and talk and tell his and debunk it. Okay. There were non-believers in the crowd. Wiccans, pagans, atheists, even Christians were there. Pastors. So it's not like a conspiracy where all these people with different belief systems all got together and said they saw a UFO. I mean, let's be honest, UFOs exist. So this skeptic here, this scientist, he believes that they are demonic. Now, is it possible that these are fallen cherubim? We know that the Bible says that 1/3 of the angels went with Satan when he was cast down. I'll let you guys decide on what you want to believe. I believe they are Nephilim. I believe that the UFOs, these saucers, these type of things, they are fallen angels. I believe that. It's not difficult for me to believe that. Now, even people that are non-believers will point to Ezekiel and say, well, yeah, look, there's UFOs right there. Well, let's look at what Ezekiel is saying they are. They're angels, cherubims. That's what it says in Ezekiel. Now, I'm going to give you 2 channels you should check out. You should see them coming across here. Multi-Archangel has excellent videos on this. Type in Nephilim when you get to his channel, and also Nephilim Free has excellent video on this. And even archaeologists to this day are perplexed on how some of these buildings, the pyramids, all these things were built, Stonehenge, different things, because of the technology in order to build a lot of these things. They can't figure out how man did it. Now, if you'd like to hear more about the scientists that heard the demons screaming, you can go to my site, and I'll tell you where to click once more. Go to shakanow.net, and this is totally free. Go here where it says Entire Bible and Audio, and click that. Now, when you click it, what you can listen to if you want to hear about these cherubim and these angels, these Nephilim, go to Ezekiel 1:5. Remember that. Now, you could stream it, which means you just click it, it starts playing. Or if you want to save all these for free, you can get the whole Bible for free. Just right-click, choose Save As, and you'll save it as an MP3 audio. Also, listen to Revelation. I'm going all the way down. Revelation's at the end of the book. Listen to all these Revelation where John also talks about seeing cherubim, and it's exactly like what Ezekiel is talking about in Ezekiel's prophecy. So check it out. I thought it was very interesting. The most skeptical scientist out of Stanford, he believes that these UFOs are really fallen angels. It's demonic. Go here, shakanow.net, click Entire Bible on Audio, and I have my opinion made up on what it is. I totally believe they're fallen angels. But go ahead, go to the channel, and you decide.